Today I have with me a mid-tier TKL that is actually pretty good. If you've seen my recent budget guide to buying keyboards, you might have realized that I did not include any TKLs, otherwise known as 80%. But it wasn't a conscious choice to leave out TKLs. There just weren't any TKLs that stood out at the various price points. But today I have with me the Zoom TKL Dyna, so let's dive right into it. We have a lot to unpack here, so instead of a slow unboxing, let's speed things up and see what they sent me. I have a 1.6mm non-flex cut PCB, a 1.2mm PCB with flex cuts, a palm plate, and aluminum plate. Now, since this was sent over by Wuque themselves, I have most of the add-ons so that I can show them to you guys. But when you purchase it, you will only receive one configuration, so you would receive only one plate, one PCB, and one set of dampening. The price of the board itself depends on how you configure the board, so based on your own choices, it could range from $185 to $250. Moving on, I have the three different sets of dampening, the standard foam set, cork, and pour-on. And if this is your first time seeing the cork dampening, then you might want to check out my previous video. I went a little more in depth as to what sort of a sound signature this provides. Last but not least, we have our standard accessories, screw-in stabilizers, different mounting options, a screwdriver, and a braided USB-C cable. It's a lot to unpack and cover in a single video without making it too boring for you guys, but I'll try to optimize it the best I can. Before we build, let's talk about the case. I mean, the whole point of a kit is the case. If you don't like how it looks, then there's no point in buying it. Personally, I love how this board looks. It's very different from all the other Zoom keyboards we have seen. Typically, they have this roundish sort of cute shape to it, but this time around, it feels very different, a very different aesthetic, a very different look to it. The general vibe is just a little more premium and a little more elegant. The one I have is in the GT Silver. They also do have a polycarbonate version, which is transparent and looks sick. I regret not taking that. We have this little diamond badge on the front which lights up and complements the back of the board really well. Aside from the main back design, we also have 4 different strips which provide for ambient lighting. It's supposed to echo the diamond theme going throughout the whole board. Now, one of my favorite parts of the keyboard is the angled underside. This achieves such a sleek profile for the board. It makes the board look so much more premium compared to all the older releases. Now, onto features. If you have seen a Zoom keyboard, it's a lot. We have 4 different mounting options, and this isn't an add-on. It comes with every single kit. We have a top mount, silica gel mount, split O-ring mount, and elastic bar silicone mount. We have the ball catch system. It's a really smooth ball catch system. I didn't realize you guys would be picky as to how smooth a ball catch system is, but I saw the comments you guys mentioned on the Lucky 65 V2 video about the ball catch system being a little rougher than usual. And unfortunately, even though we do have the ball catch system, we do not have a magnetic daughterboard connection. But that is because this keyboard has 8000 Hz polling rate, which means you can game with it if you are not into HE keyboards, you just want a custom keyboard. This has the polling rate to just make you feel better. For external features, we have 2 of them. We have a screen and a knob. You can remove both of them at any time and just use it as a normal TKL, but the amount of customization you can have is kinda crazy. You could do both the screen and knob, you could do it without both of them, you could do a key plus a screen, you could do 2 keys and a knob. Basically, whatever you prefer. And on top of all that, we have the mounting options, we have the dampening options, we have our plate options, and our PCB options. All these things are just there for you to configure when you're about to buy this board. So it's a lot to cover. But after thinking about it, I tried 2 different builds with this. The first one was a more clacky light sounding build. I used the 1.6mm non-flex cut PCB alongside the cork plate dampener and the aluminum plate with the silica gel mount. And before I move on to switches, to summarize really briefly what cork dampening does, it just helps create a cleaner light sound profile. Or cleaner clacks, that's the best way to put it. So for switches, I use the MMD Princess switches. It's a 5-pin linear switch and it's very well known for its clacky sound profile. Paired with GMK Hennessy, just a plain white clean keycap set, it gives off a very premium and elegant aesthetic to the whole board. Anyway, here's how it sounds. Now onto the second build, it's the 1.2mm PCB with flex cuts. And all the foam installed. This time around, I swapped over to the elastic bar mount with the POM plate. I paired it with the Type A switches. It's a 5-pin linear switch and they offer a more distinctive, deeper sound. I decided paired with the foam, I wanted to go with a little more deeper sound profile, so these switches would sound pretty good. For keycaps, I decided to throw on the Klein Blue Set by PVD fans. Since I have a more neutral case color, the colors of a stronger keycap set would pop a lot. So here's how that sounds. So I'm not sure which you prefer, build 1 or build 2, let me know in the comments down below. But personally, I do like the second build a little more, and realistically, it all comes down to personal preference. There are so many choices and options, as I mentioned. The plate, the PCB, the dampening, and the mounting. After that, you would get your switches and your keycaps. All these things would help you achieve the sound profile that you like. It's definitely not lacking in any area. There are a bunch of features. We have the screen, we have the knob, we have some cool lighting. The aesthetics is nice. The whole case, the shape of it, I love it. The design isn't too out there or too wow. It's just a clean, elegant look. I really love the PVD at the back. And the sound of it, there isn't much to complain. There are many possible combinations to achieve what you like. The only thing I would say is if this board was priced around $150 to $200, I feel like it would be a very easy recommendation within that price point. Above $200 feel a little higher than I had expected. So at the end of the day, it's your money and I'm just here to showcase the board. So if you're interested in the Zoom TKL Dyna, do check it out. I'll have it linked down below. But aside from that, comment your thoughts on the build down below, build 1 or build 2, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Like this video if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.